This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Let's talk about the show. We're finally here. Super Brawl. The dark match is Mighty Thor pinning El Cubano. But now it's time for the first match. And this is what I enjoyed.
You mean that's all we're going to talk about, Thor and El Cubano? There's nothing to say?
I would love to hear your insights on
well, this could be a whole show, Conrad. There's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, let's save that one for another day. The Freebirds win the vacant U.S. Tag Team titles, beating the Young Pistols in 10 minutes and 21 seconds. Meltzer would say the crowd started out hot for the match and the show because the local crowd saw the show as more important than your basic house show. Earlier in the show, Brad Armstrong came to ringside to counter the outside interference of Big Daddy Dink, and the ref threw both of them out of the ringside area. It was a pretty hot match with teams working out new hot spots earlier and then setting up the normal pistol spots, which the Birds would move away from. This is a good match. Meltzer liked it. He gave it 3.5 stars. But of course there is a ref bump, which brings out Fantasia, and he gives both pistols a DDT off the middle rope, and Hayes pins Smothers, and Meltzer would call it a great opener live. 3.5 stars. You know, we love Armstrong. We love Tracy. I love the Freebirds. This was fun watching this one back.
A good opener. They understood their role. They didn't seem offended by the fact they were opening the show. And anybody that's on a pay-per-view or now any weekly major broadcast, the opening salvo, the opening match is extremely important. It always has been. And it's just a matter of getting the talent to understand that they're not being insulted like Eddie Guerrero was one time, was mad at me for him being on first. I didn't determine the order of events, but I did explain to him how important it was. And I wanted to see the defiant side of Eddie. And that's what we talked about. I said, we'll go do something about it. If you want to go on last, go steal the show. Walk back to the fucking gorilla position and look at Vince and anybody else standing around. I'll follow this motherfuckers. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
And of course he did. That was Eddie, man. Oh yeah. It's just a matter of what's it going to take to motivate the talent to get the best thing out of them.
Right.
That they're going to feel proud about. Because when that was over, the guys in the locker room were effusive about the opening match and how high the bar was set. So I think that Michael and his crew there, they all realized that getting the show started off right. And the other thing from the old school way, Conrad, is that they have the fresh audience. The audience has been anticipating the show starting since they left home earlier that day and found a parking spot.
Yep.
They're ready to go. So you got that audience that's all primed and ready to kick off. So I thought they had a good match. It's just funny. You go back and see some guys, the late Tracy Smothers never got the credit that he deserves a lot.
Agree.
But he was a hell of a hand and sweetheart of a guy and tougher than a $2 steak. Let me tell you, nobody in the locker room ever fucked with Tracy Smothers. And that's not a big thing. Well, it's like everybody Ming. I don't know if he was on Ming's level. I don't know if anybody was exactly on Ming's level. Maybe one or two guys, maybe. But Tracy was just, you didn't trifle with it. He had a little martial arts in him, and he had some redneck toughness. And so with those guys all put their egos aside, had a match that was good for the opening of the show, and it certainly deserves 3.5 stars.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.